audience's ability to feel the emotions of this story, right? To shed a tear or several when watching the film. I think that rests on both of you a lot because Ruth and Ira really are the voices of the story, the poignant storylines, if you will. And I was wondering if you could speak to how you went about conveying those emotions in your characters.
For my part, I just got it from the script. I mean, whatever the script put me through, that's what I tried to lend myself to in a genuine way. Well, did you have some special secrets? Did you know you were going to make her cry like that?
I was hoping to make you cry like that.
Yeah. She mentioned your name several times on the set.
Yeah, we were thinking about that. No, it's the script and George and Nicholas. I mean, it's sort of all there. All you have to do is let it happen, which is almost quite hard. But in this one, it was actually quite refreshingly easy.
Well, the nice thing is if you have genuine moments that you can believe in, that you're supposed to be emotional about, that makes it a lot easier. If you're called on to have emotions that sort of spring from the fountain of the writer's head, but not from reality or life or some kind of authenticity, then it's harder.
Well, I completely understand what you're saying because two of the scenes that made such an impression on me as an audience member, one in particular was when Ira wakes up to find his wife of decades has passed away, and for Ruth, when the child she's essentially been raising and wants to take in as her own is taken from her. So I was wondering if you could talk about playing both of those moments. They're such great scenes.
Well, you must have gone through a lot of thinking and research, exploring your own heart to come up with that, because it's not something it's
something I can't relate to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something that I don't, well, I can relate to it, but I don't have the experience personally. Yeah. Like, it's not something that I've thought about a lot in my life, but
I've never had it, that happened to me and my wife, but it's easy to imagine, and it hits you like a ton of bricks, so it doesn't take any research.
Make me ugly cry in this interview, Alan.
He's been married 58 years.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, now she's really going. Now you got her going.
I'm gonna keep it together. But I think
you got me going.
we just all cry together.
Let's just have a good old cry. We need it.
But actually, on the flip side, right, there is an inherent positivity to both of these characters. Even though Ruth has fled a horrific situation, you see this light in her. And I think, too, with Ira, he's so funny. Even after his car accident, he's making jokes. Yeah. So I was wondering if you could speak to that as well, sort of finding those comedic, those lighthearted moments.
Well, you know, I have this feeling that Ira has learned how to be the person he is, partly from his life with Ruth. I think this happens to a lot of men, and it certainly happened to me in my own personal life. And I think he's gotten stronger, more resilient, maybe funnier because of his life with her. And that's one of the reasons he misses her so much, because it's a real part of him that's gone.
That's, I think, one of the nicest things about their relationship is that they learn from each other, and that they make each other happier and stronger, and that's sort of a key ingredient, I think, to coexisting in love, is that you go and make each other grow and make each other, like, they make each other more themselves in this story, which is
I always think that's not happening with those couples in restaurants who sit for the whole meal and don't talk.
Yeah.
And I think that doesn't look very dynamic. It doesn't look like they're learning from each other.
Yeah.
Or after 100 meals like that, either one of them will be any different or any better off. You know, you got to trade. You got to have commerce, intercourse. That's what they used to call it.
Too right.